Just want to ask you 2 follow-up questions before we move on to your next body camera.
Okay.
On the 429, we showed a photograph of you in the spray barn. Do you recall that?
I do.
And you described a safe that you observed in there.
Yes,
Do you remember that safe?
I do.
Can you tell me approximately what size that safe was?
Yeah, I'd say approximately like 4 foot by 5 foot.
Okay.
Sort of
And
height.
when you were on the property on the 29th, do you remember if you guys seized the surveillance footage from the Munger farm?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know how that was done at all?
To my recollection, we contacted their IT person. I think his name is Kyle.
Okay.
And he came on site and helped us disconnect the wiring and take what we needed to take.
Okay. And then the next time you went back to the Munger farm, do you recall what date that was?
I've been May 3rd.
All right. And at this time, I'm going to play Exhibit 219. That would be the body-worn camera from that day.
Oh, hello. You losing weight yet? Yeah. You know what? Probably leave this on, that's fine, because he's got the work boots, and I can literally tell someone the other day, I can't remember why I took them off, but. Answer a couple of your questions that you had asked before, and I think you probably already have the answers already. I recorded them myself. Did you get the two answers you wanted, the phone number and the license plate? You know, license plate I didn't, the phone number I figured out. Yeah, I got both of those for you. I squeezed them out and why we're paying the bill, so. Comes back here, so you know that. All right. Yes. Yeah. G-I-A-T-A. Jada, oh, that's what it is, Jada. Oh, that makes sense. Exchange student. Makes sense. I think it sounds familiar to me at all. And then the second one, the license plate, total legit, it is, Joseph Lazier. L-O-Z-I-E-R. I think you want to worry about this. I called the guy talking today, he's an old guy. So, what he is Hardee's. I know at Hardee's house. And, he drove slow by, brand new truck, didn't want to do 30, you know, like, he goes by slow, and, it was funny, because he turned, this meeting driver, and turned around back this way. He said he's gonna go visit him, and then, for whatever, didn't end up seeing him or whatever, but I said he doesn't know you guys, he knows your wife.
Cause he didn't even drive. He drove here, into the driveway, turned in, back up, and back. It wasn't like he went down the road. Oh, I'm not gonna see Greg come back, that's why I threw some flags.
No, I
It
mean,
was like somebody stalking him, trying to buy his clear and then turn him back, so.
he said he didn't know anything about this, was interviewing him today, I did it today, he said he had no clue that she's been, so, yeah. I do know the family, he said my wife, she has to open mouth right now, which I know you know this by now, everybody, you know, I give her on, yep, and then the search of roughly 40 people, 35 to 40, you know, family members or whatever, they asked me if it's okay, as long as you guys got legal permission from people, and you want to search, they're like, oh, so I'm fine with that. Half-assed for what's worth, or like some people are like, oh, why wasn't Dale involved? His dad was with his daughter at the soccer, and at this point, it's important that you are with your daughter to give her support. So I mean, almost everything I'm looking at, I'm going both ways, I'm total open mind. I'm looking at, why are you? Because that makes sense. But then, you look at the other things too, so I've been that way with the whole investigation. Before we, go further, do you have anything for us right now?
I did have a bunch of questions, but I gotta write stuff down, because you go through your head, and you have all these questions, and now you're here, now I'm drawing a freaking blank. Hey, I'm just like.
Same way.
Fire from the hip, so when we're talking, if that remembers, fire right away. We're gonna go easy. And what we will do too is I'll go back and try to answer some more stuff for you. So what we did that day, so thank you for everything. Same thing like that vehicle swap, you know how I laughed and forgot to do that. He did it, well, he's like, I didn't you said you had Kevin and whatever, so we have that. I have one of our girls, the same one that took your cell phone in her own bag. She's gonna go to the state police lab tomorrow with the blood, hopefully, because the lady hasn't come
Oh, I
back.
haven't turned it in yet?
I haven't,
I think it's.
our process, it's weird though, I was there, it makes almost no sense, I'm a farm boy, I'm a hunter, and it made no sense, I mean, there wasn't a burr on the metal door.
Or looking for something to catch on.
Yeah, it wasn't that, also, same thing, you go underneath your barn, the woodchuck normally has his little belly rub marks, it's not there, nothing, it just,
He's a very smart man, I'm sure you can all that.
yeah, but we just don't know, so, but
Pretty good to know.
we have processes, so it takes a little while. Hopefully we'll do it tomorrow. I'm waiting for the state police lab to call me back to see if I'll even take it. If you don't have a crime, a lot of times they won't take stuff if you don't have a crime.
What have we done with the iPad?
No.
The iPad that went back.
So you're going, turning back, and I haven't seen any results other than the guy telling me, hey, Finley? That's it. But you caught that before I even, I'm gonna let you talk, but you caught it before I got to you, so that's perfect that you did it first. So,
What I got?
put down credit card on it.
All these credit cards she's got. She went to get credit cards, she had these two. Sweet. These two are in the car.
I think so.
These two are in the caddy.
And my partner said they went through the vehicle and said there's credit cards in there.
I mean, I've never
I'm guessing he took pictures of it.
I've never seen this one. It says it's Dallas, American Express, but it says Macy's. This is our second card, that's, and then the Cabela's card's mine, which I think these were in the Cadillac, I think, I went, after Dylan went through it, I went through it again, just trying to figure out.
Right.
And I mean, I'm trying to make sense of any of this, and it just.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, the last 51 years, this has come about 100 times.
Sure.
It's all, I mean, we got 3 businesses together, stress levels high this time of year, obviously. It's, words get thrown, she takes out goes Zach's house, big deal.
Right.
This time,
Now, what,
ain't like that.
what exactly do you think makes this time different? What happened leading up to this that might have set her off over the edge?
You don't understand it at all, other than the COVID. She's not been right since COVID. I mean, mentally, she just has been
Right.
very unstable. I mean, I don't know, I'm just completely puzzled. She just wasn't herself. The 3 weeks she had COVID, 2 weeks she was on, she never left the couch, I mean, for like 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, that's not like. And, I felt like shit, tired, but I just kept going outside, just kept working.
I personally,
I don't know if the difference is just keep going and getting fresh air, if she stayed in the house, and everybody deals with, everybody's body is different.
Sure.
I mean, I'm exposed to all kinds of chemicals in the barn and dust, and
You should be the
I
one.
mean, I was all
Yeah.
pumping anhydrous, I mean, my lungs were burnt, cause I breathed a bunch of it in,
Yeah.
and I don't know,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
And I haven't heard that yet. I mean, COVID's kind of a new thing. And I personally haven't heard that. I know, it does things, but I haven't heard it more really just changes into a temporary. But, answer your question, you just started with the iPad, okay, so your phone, obviously, we ran back with it, I haven't even looked at anything, I just got audibly from that guy saying, hey, did he say anything about Finley, and that's it, that's literally the only thing I have. I know my partner brought it back, and I don't even know, you don't even know if he brought back the thumb drive, so normally we'll have him even do the phone, and he gives us a thumb drive with it, you know, so you get the phone, we get the thumb drive, and we have it. My partner hasn't said no, I don't say my partner, that's detective board, no, that's detective board, I have two detective partners. You'll probably hear me call him my partner, because we're working together. My other partners, Dale and the other one are just doing stuff that we're kind of throwing at them. So the iPad, at that time, he did go on Friday, so the Friday's my day off. Detective Ward took it to Monroe and dropped it off. That wasn't as pressing to us as the phone originally, so I don't post that, so I'm not.
Okay, I'm just curious, what you industries, I know Zach was saying you get some charges came up.
Yep, which was, it was a positive one until the fact that he told you.
He came back to the office, and we were going over to the office, and oh shit, it's a monthly
Right,
charge.
yeah, automatic withdrawal, or whatever charge that you think. The other one was Amazon for $64 or something, I think is the other one, and
I still haven't figured out what it is.
I did give that, no, I haven't. He might forget, so I will send it to Dale, give him that credit card number, so Dale has it in the event, he has to go search one on that account. Sent that to me. Yeah, send it, so we do that real quick. Put it before I write something else.
Okay, yeah, absolutely here. So, at this point, being this far out of things here from the day she's gone, it's been over a week here, so now we're really just kind of back to square one, right? Trying to figure it out. So, going back, to me, the biggest thing that's standing out, and I'm sure to you as well, you said she's left like 100 and so, times, and that happens, that's, some women are like that, I get that. But this time she hasn't done anything with your daughter, didn't take your daughter, didn't have any contact, no goodbye, no, nothing of the sort.
I wasn't in here when she eventually left, I was still over checking cattle, so I don't know what kind of, if it was out of the normal embrace with my daughter before she left.
Sure.
I just imagine it was a normal.
Well, why you got
later.
Well, you got that, we'll go over it. I mean, again, I'm gonna fire stuff back at you as well, I appreciate you still being great with us, so we'll do everything.
Why don't you find my way?
Yeah, you've been saying something, so we're happy with it.
This is really.
To answer that though, the HUD, I'll jump ahead, maybe if that's the case. You were here when your daughter left, is my understanding. So Amy, whether you know her, maybe or not, no, because Amy is here. Amy's the one that came and Bill's girlfriend. She said, I mean, I throw people on, she said she's here. Because of course, you know, we're gonna interview them and say, hey, what the heck? She said she was here. Your daughter was in the vehicle when you pulled in. So what do you, I mean, start time, 9 o'clock.
Maybe we passed. Is there
Good.
now?
So she,
Amy and I weren't in the house when I came in because I wasn't going to check the cattle over time.
well, we'll give it to you. I mean, I'm straightforward. Well, so Amy said she watched the HUD, and we'll get enough. We have basically two main things that can kind of happen at this point. But she watches the HUD, and it's not like I ain't never gonna see you again. Dad, screw you. I'm depressed. I'm taking off. Amy said it was just an us leading. This is us asking me what happened or whatever. So she gave a regular hug. By the way, it was just a regular hug. It wasn't a hug. It was a regular hug.
She said that she's upset. What did she say?
She did say she was upset. She said she's upset. She said she's gonna talk to you tonight about, things, whatever, us sell things. Well, I mean, no, sell things.
Sell things, yeah.
Yeah. So did you guys have that conversation that night?
No.
She didn't say anything about selling.
Well, she tried to start an argument about it. I said, no, we're not going to argue tonight, Dee.
What was she gonna argue about? I mean, did she
Well,
get that?
she wanted to, because of Terry, she had that altercation with Terry.
Yeah.
And they went over it, and she kept saying, you won't back me up, you won't back me up. Nobody cares, and this is nobody, you know you were in the wrong, and you want us to agree with you, and I says, we're not gonna argue tonight, because it gets us nowhere. It doesn't, you push my button, I said, we're not going to argue. And she kept persistent, and nobody cared about her, and I didn't back up with Terry and Todd, and Terry quit. I said, Dee, we're not gonna argue. It's not. We're on the subject of Terry. We're not gonna jump off. And she did bring up, oh, let's just sell everything. I says, Dee, it's not your decision to sell everything. This is our business.
Right.
You're upset. Why are you gonna
Right.
Until she said about selling anything, I never heard this conversation in like 2-3 weeks or longer. This conversation's never came up until
Right.
she's at the soccer game and she's
Gotcha.
calling out on the phone and she calls me and says, just out of the blue, I'm telling all the help that she's on Xanax. What are you talking about? I never talked about Xanax to anyone.
Sure. Now,
And she just wouldn't listen, or she would not let me get a word. She just was convinced that's how it was. She says, we're just selling it. She gave up the phone, and I never heard from her again until I walked in that night.
gotcha. Okay.
So,
So that happened before some Saturday night. That was like Saturday afternoon.
that was
conversation.
about Saturday at 11 o'clock, she was at my daughter's soccer game. We were over to Went over there in the morning, and when I left, she said her soccer game was at 9. So if I look back through my phone, it seems like I called her about 9:30 and asked her how the game was going.
Mhm.
And she said, oh, it's not, excuse me, it's not till 11. I'm sorry, I screwed up. It's not at 9:30, or it wasn't at 9.
Yep.
So I did talk to her once before.
Yeah, okay.
She went to the game, and then she called me. I thought she was calling me, well, something was going on at the game against leaving me a score or something was good, and then she just went off that, why am I telling people she's on Xanax to help, and she got into it with Terry, and we're done, we're selling everything. And that was the end of the conversation. And I never seen her or talked to her. I mean, I tried calling her a couple times and she wouldn't answer her phone. And I tried, I think I tried calling Zach and he wouldn't answer his phone, so I was like, what the hell's going on, Zach? You know, I don't know what's going on. But he didn't answer his phone. So then it was, I think what time I got home that night. Because I ended up with the tile in, and me and Tyler went to film, picked that truck up, we got back. And then 8:30, at the time we got the phone, I mean, it's.
Roughly, roughly that time, she says he says pick up the kids or whatever, yeah, you're right.
And then, I come in, I kept asking her, because I knew she didn't eat anything, I says, you want me to make you something to eat? Didn't hammer, I said, I'll make you something to eat, if you need to eat. She didn't want anything, didn't want anything. And she kept wanting to talk about Terry and how I don't back her up. And I said, Dee, I can't back up. When he leaves here, it's his own personal thing, you can't control that. And, that's what he wants, we're over there. So it has to be when we're, I mean, that's what I talked to Craig,
Right.
just don't escalate the arguments. And
Right.
then she started getting her migraine, she took medication, and, she started to calm down, I say, I told her to lay on the floor, so I rubbed her back, and then she says, I'm hungry, so I made some toast. She got up and she bought some breakfast, some burritos, I guess it's a burrito thing in town or someplace yesterday, that day. They were in the fridge and she got one off, and had one cut for both of us, and went in and sat down, she ate. I don't know what happened, but the part that she warmed up, I said, you feel any better? No. And we're watching TV and she's looking up this way and the TV's over here. So I knew she couldn't see, and her speech was slurred because she saw, she took that. I said, lay down, rub your back, and start getting you calmed down. And she didn't want to, then she finally laid down and rubbed her back, and that's when she finally started calming down. And she started to go to sleep, and I helped her get on the couch. And she was sleeping good and hard, and I'm thinking that's like midnight, 1 o'clock. And then I went and got in bed. And then,
And you went there for that?
yeah, I went and walked, I got a drink, and I also picked up, food and stuff that was out. I went in, laid down, went to bed, while I had to take a shower, got second shower, took a shower, went in, went to bed. Got up roughly around 6 o'clock, I never hear nothing all night, so I figured, she'd sleep, the dogs weren't barking.
What time roughly did you go to bed? Now you're cleaning up.
I was thinking it was about 1 to 2 o'clock, and I finally went to bed.
Yeah.
Midnight, 1 o'clock, so when she got time to sleep, I came in, picked the stuff up, I washed dishes and everything, just threw the stuff away, went into a quick shower, got in bed, brushed my teeth, and when I got up in the morning, got up, went to the bathroom, come out, she was still sleeping.
So, like you said, at
Yeah,
night.
she snored away, and then, I went out through the sliding door here, and went out, and I come back in, because I forgot something. Got it, went back out, got the loader, I came around the building this way, went back, got some chemical, went back. And I mixed up the batch, and I probably think I forgot some other chemicals, so I was on there to load it again, come up front, got another box, I went back loaded. And I went down to Leroy's, it was probably,
Your math is pretty damn good.
well, I just went to Leroy's, I loaded chemical, sprayed 10 or 13 acres, come back, loaded up again. I texted her when I can't remember if I texted her when I was loading or when, I was on my phone. Well, you seen it here. 7:45, I texted her, that was when I loaded up, was heading out the second time, going to be spraying, call you later, this was 7:45, and she didn't answer. So, I figured she's still sleeping, then I went over to Brooks Road, I sprayed off the 65 acres there, and I had some washed down in Brooklyn. And I can't remember if when I finished at that field, I called her, or texted her, and I said, are you up yet? Is your migraine better? And I didn't hear anything back again, so I figured, well, she must be still sleeping. And that's when I got over in Brooklyn, and I was spraying, for my uncle. That's when Stephanie called me and said, what's going on with Dee? And I'm like, this is weird that Stephanie's calling me, because Stephanie's employee at the office, why would she call me on Sunday morning when the Dee's at? So she says, no, Raquel's there, and says she can't find her mom. I says, okay, I'm in Brooklyn spraying. I hang up with Stephanie, and I instantly call Raquel. I had to call her 3 times before she answered the phone, so I don't know if she's calling her other brother and sister trying to find out where she's at or what. And I finally got hold of her, and she says, I can't find mom. And I said, well, she's sleeping on the couch. No, she's not here. And I said, well, she probably went to town or something. No, she's not here, both vehicles are here. That's weird. I'm just spraying in Brooklyn, I'll be home half an hour, 45 minutes. When I get back, I'm going to come in the house, and I asked for help. Well, first I came in the back door. I was opening up the garage door, look, carpet there, okay. I walk in, I went back to the bedroom, and I looked in there, curling iron, the hair dryer, and my makeup bag's missing. When I walked in the door, she has 2 bags that set at the end of our bed. They're both gone. I was like, well, what does that cost? That's why I think I told her, the bags are gone, he went to Raquel's. She's like, no, Zach says she's not there. And then I says, well, I don't know Zach, because that's where she was going.
Right.
And then, we went out, I went back out, and I went around to the office, and Zach was out there, I think Raquel wasn't there, and this Zach was out in the office. And we walked into the office, and he was going into the camera system to see if we could see anybody drove around. And he went through it, there wasn't anything on the cameras other than, there's not a lot, it doesn't pick up anything. I mean, you could see me on the loader probably, you could see me out here with the motor going around. That was all after the fact.
Do you remember, did you come up to the front door with the loader? Was your hot dog jumping up on here or somebody? I thought I heard someone here, not just a dog. Oh, you get one down. Sorry, I was getting the dog. Okay, we just heard that.
Got it. No, we went out to the office, and you were out looking at security cameras when I went out there, right? When I first came back?
Something new, like right over here.
Out here?
We walked down.
Yeah, I don't remember walking down, but, well, then you said we walked down. So we went in. Had you been looking at the cameras before that then?
I didn't get on them at that point yet, no.
Yeah, I thought you were looking at it, but then you started looking at it when you got in there?
When we got in there, yes.
Okay. To see where it was at, and then we walked back into the office, and that's when I looked down after we walked into the far side, you were talking about, and that's when I looked down at my desk and I see my ring set. Oh, shit. So then he looked.
And she's never done
that, no, she's never done that, she's through that house before. She's always picked it back up, put it on, so, she's never left it. So, after that, he looked down there and they couldn't see anything, and the rest of the kids showed up, and I said, well, we can't really do much, this is not something that's not, I kept asking Zach, are you sure she's not in your house? Are you sure? Because Saturday, when she was upset, he wouldn't answer his phone. And that's usually the normal is, well, okay, mom's upset, Zach won't answer his phone because she's at his house. So I wasn't that real concerned until probably 2 Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it started sinking in like, hey, something's off. I mean, I was concerned because she's never left Angelina ever, you know. Well, Angelina is the one.
Right. And, but there's a GPS, and we've been over that, so it's,
I mean, that's where I'm at. I don't, it's just baffled.
So, real quick, can you describe what Dee and your guys' daughter's relationship is? Would you say, Angelina? Would you kind of go over that real quick?
Would be like a love-hate relationship, or how would you say?
Really?
I mean, well,
I mean, I
it's, she loves her daughter and will give her anything there is that she wants, but then when Angelina doesn't want to go out and do her chicken chores or doesn't want to do her chores, so, why don't you do this, you're gonna get grounded, you're gonna get this, well, 5 minutes later, she's got the cookie she wanted, and mom's spoiled her. I mean, every day when they leave school, she goes by and gets an ice cream when they go to Panera every day, and it's like, Dee, you can't do this, you can't treat her like this and expect her to listen and do things for you. So I mean, in the mornings, getting ready for school, they have, that's where I say the hate relationship, or I shouldn't say that, is where the confrontation is with her and her mom. She's always asking Angelina to get ready, like, it's the typical 9-year-old when he got out of bed. You know, she's gotta get up at 7, so she can leave here by 7:30. Angelina's rolling out of bed at 20 after 7. You know, her mom's screaming out, get ready, you know, use the spatula, and that. But, I mean, it's just typical. I mean, she loves her daughter to death, so why would she?
Right.
is she more mother, or is she more best friend?
Best friend.
That's right. That's a pretty young age to be best friend.
It's definitely best friend. They are. But I mean, how do you differentiate best friend and mother when you're? She's the baby at night because she's the baby. So
And the only one with you two together, whatever. That same question, I was gonna have the same question to you and Angelina. Relationship, how would you?
we have a good relationship. It's just I'm not here that much. I mean,
You're just a hard worker, bring home on.
I'm outside all the time. I mean, she goes out, we want to see the garden and stuff we got downstairs. We started transplants. We do the stuff outside. But as far as, well, just like, you know, this week when Dee's been gone, it's been hell. I don't have any schedule for school. I don't know if she's supposed to be a soccer. I don't know if she's supposed to be to her gymnastics. It's been a bitch.
Good news is, you know, that's nice they kind of bitch, so why don't you all help with looking, because you went to the soccer game, so.
Yeah,
Kudos for that,
it's
it's
just-
like lost a bit,
But I mean,
spend time with her, that's a good thing.
it's just, I don't, this morning was really horrible. What do you tell your daughter? I mean,
Right.
I sure as heck hope Dee's here.
She's still firing questions, or what's she saying?
Well, she's picking up stuff for Mother's Day. Mother's Day's this weekend. I'll get this to mom, get this straight.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Sorry, it's a strong, hopefully it's a strong one, I mean.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's stronger. He's like
Full of problems. I mean,
Right.
so we're getting stuff from mom, we're gonna have everything here for Mother's Day, so.
good. Okay. And then going back to that kind of dispute you guys had on Saturday night, right? So you guys were arguing. She was trying to get you to argue. She was upset. The whole Terry and Terry thing was going on, or Terry and Todd. Terry and Todd. And so she had tension. She was upset. She was trying to get after you for it. You
Just
didn't
trying
want
to
to
move
move
into the
Yeah.
whole mix.
Yep.
It's like,
So how would you rate that night as far as you guys been married 20-some years? You've gotten in plenty of fights, I'm sure. On a scale of the 10 being the worst fight you've ever had,
it was
one being
number
nine.
5.
Okay.
I mean, we've had a lot worse fights. I mean, just screaming and hollering at each other. But I mean, that was back before we started seeing the counselor.
Right.
And, you know, here, well, both of us the last couple of years have been trying harder to listen to what he says because, you know, if I say something to you, it escalates. If she says something to me, it escalates.
Sure.
You know, we've always tried to keep the other one from escalating. I mean, she was upset, but it wasn't. That's what's weird. It wasn't like the worst fight we've ever had. It's like just a mediocre. It was over a freaking employee.
Right.
And she's like,
Right.
we're gonna sell everything. I'm like, no, Dee. No, we're not.
Well, that's
You're arguing over it.
yeah.
So how did the employee get this worked up?
Right.
That's what
there's clearly a piece missing, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
if
what did she not tell me? Did the Terry woman, did they get into something that she didn't say about? Or is there something, I don't, there's
I
more
don't
to it
know,
than,
right, obviously there's
Because it
something
wasn't-
more.
you know, if it'd been like our worst fight ever, it's so far from that, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and that'd be kind of understandable, if she had her ring on your desk on Sunday morning, that'd be understandable, if she was trying to walk away.
It's like,
Yeah, absolutely, I get that.
Walk in and
The fact that it's a 5 and she's not gonna say anything to her daughter,
Yeah.
her vehicles are all here.
Somebody picks her up.
That's weird.
And the bags are gone.
Yep,
It's like,
absolutely, yeah, that's a good word for it.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't get it.
So, let's see where else. Going kind of in the same thing here. So for hotels in the area, has Dee ever, for any reason, stayed in any hotels that would be somewhat local, Washtenaw, Jackson?
She was staying in these hotels, it's so far below her class.
I figured that. So I was thinking like maybe Ann Arbor would be the closest.
Ann Arbor would be
5-star.
maybe, she likes Weber's, the Weber's, she stayed at Weber's.
Okay.
We've stayed up to the casino hotels before in Mount Pleasant. And the hotel around here, she wouldn't be caught by that.
Right.
Really get away. Jamaica, she ain't do that shit, man. Birthday was, I don't know about anybody knowing, not everybody, right? And now we're what,
Right.
12
Alright, I saw your passport the other day whenever we were here. Does anybody found her passport? Does she got a passport?
She's got a passport, I don't know what's at it.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's got it with her, but I don't know.
Okay. Would that be something that would be stashed in like a safe somewhere?
No, she usually had that in her bag, her go bag.
Her go bag?
Yeah, she had her ID and stuff like that. But I do know, Angelina's passport was downstairs with mine, and Jaren's, my son's downstairs with mine, but all the other kids have their passport. Used to be down at the safe downstairs. And now they're old,
Okay.
my son's is a mistake, we were there last, so we had one in Canada.
Alright.
I just got an email from my fishing place in Canada where I go, they're talking about opening up a train, but they also talked about the next date for the, the coronavirus will lift or whatever.
And the notices are different in different provinces.
I don't know that. Not
Is
just
it?
border. I don't know, if you go to the border, we gotta worry about getting across the border, that's the main one.
You know, that's how it was Saskatchewan, there's lots of people running up there.
If you wanna hit on the.
I got one that I know. We're looking at everything, I mean, you are a huge potential suspect in this for what it's worth.
Sure.
I can, I'm sure you're gonna be more, some people that aren't talking to you or whatever, but, and then you just suspect it anyway, and then quite often it is, the husband or something like that. With that being said, same thing, shutting everybody up. It's been a few days now, but if I can, just a picture of your arms, and I use this in domestics, and it shows, I use it for your, it says, look, I don't have any scratches.
I think we should.
It shows, but that's good for you too. If someone's really doing something hard,
Right.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
In fact, look, I don't even have a crack on it. And that's more her, she'll get more of that, because do the physical fight, scratch, and something.
I hate confrontation, she's.
We'll do just straight on, because they kind of wait, so she's probably that's good. And then just, your arms this way, and then I'll have you on the side, that's good, and just looks okay. Flip your arms. And then, just a 180, and then that'll do the same thing, so your arm, like that first, and then we'll flip them. Perfect, thanks.
Appreciate that.
No, it's my wife is one, she won't let anything go, so. She can tell you how she feels right now, I mean, she's not going back on anything. Just avoid confrontation, that's my personality.
I'm not a big argument fighter, well, what's her, I'm sorry, I don't know which one you.
No,
someone wasn't gonna harm your wife, there's no logic for that person to put their ring there, so.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
more on the woman, at this point, she was just thinking, so it's obviously the wife, she's off.
Yeah,
I mean, that's,
not talking, it don't make sense.
I mean, you know where I'm coming from, nobody's gonna kill the wife and care two shits about their ring, per se. Or, I mean, if they do, they're gonna steal it,
Well,
you know what I'm saying, or throw it.
Well, I was kinda going through it in my head too, is on any given day, my wife has about $150,000 jewelry on.
You're all thinking over it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm serious.
I got a rubber wedding
Go
going
all this stuff in your head, what could happen, what's going on.
Right.
Sure, any given day, she's got.
Now, we're,
But that means saying, that makes her a target to steal.
That's
And
what
then
I'm
don't,
wondering.
don't get rid of this one, why wouldn't you steal other than, you gotta be careful on that one.
Well, she comes, I don't know. Yes, nothing makes sense.
were there employees that were supposed to be in there on Sunday?
They don't
No.
do it on Sunday.
What would be the significance for her to set the ring on your desk at the workplace instead of at your home? Is there, do you know, any significance? Is there anything she'd
Is
be
there
in there
something in the
for?
office that she went out to get that we don't know is missing yet? I mean, I don't know, I mean, the camera only gets the main office, it doesn't get the back and the
Okay.
sides or anyplace else, so I mean,
Do you know if she had like a little safe?
I don't know.
Extra
I
cash.
don't know if there's, I don't know if she had money out there and she grabbed that, or what she, I mean, I don't
Right.
know.
I mean, if I'm trying to get in a hurry to leave Vantage, I don't see the
some
significance.
stacked away in one of the, you know,
Right.
rooms back there, or cupboards, or.
Right.
So your chemical bar, is it chemicals in that big ass black safe that has a shield?
Oh,
up?
it's the gun safe I bought for my son when he graduated from Michigan State.
And you just never.
Well, he just put an offer on a house over in Beebe here the other day and he just got accepted, so.
And no, it will not help you carry this.
Well,
Oh my God, yeah, I saw that.
that's why we put it in there, because we support those.
Right, right, that's okay.
I'm moving that downstairs.
You showed me, and I guess the picture, the $170,000 that at one point, you know, was moved or whatever, taken. What was the purpose of showing me that?
I just found it in the car.
Okay.
I'd never seen it before, so I didn't know. I gotta look to see where the money went. I mean, I don't
And
know.
you know the answer to that?
I don't know.
For what's worth, Zach said, what the hell, why is he showing you that? Because he said, you guys talked about this before, and he showed you, whether you don't remember or not, but then he put it, she put it, they put it in another account. So the money's still there, he said, Jesus.
No,
Yeah, I mean, that's.
you asked me what,
No, I mean, he showed it to you, he said, you know, not literally, like this, he showed you.
That's the first I've seen that check. You asked me if I found anything in the car.
No,
When I was
no.
looking, and I said, that's what I found in the car. So
Yeah,
I thought,
okay.
no, I found this in the car and this.
Okay.
I looked some more.
But I mean, now I'm saying that you said, no, you didn't realize that she put it in another account, 'cause, I mean, I'm telling you, that is what he had said. He said, it got brought up once before, like, where's the money, or what happened to this money in the council, whether you saw some, or his new money is gone. And he's like, yeah, and he showed you another one where, look, it's deposited in this account, you don't remember that? Okay. And that was, the date on that one was, I don't say January or February.
No, I think that was the PPP, I think that was the PPP money that we got for farms,
Okay.
PW. And I'm not sure.
And for what you don't have to remember, but for whatever reason, Zach says, I mean, why would you show you that? Because we already been over this, it got brought, I know, I'd be fishing, if I
Yeah, well, I just seen, you asked me what I found in the car, and so I showed you the,
Yeah, no
I was
problem.
surprised I found all the 2016 gift cards for sauce, and a whole stack of gift cards in the bottom, you know, they could put in the bottom, you can grab them.
Yeah, I get
So the tire marks out front, so on Sunday, when someone comes over here and they see the tire marks from the JT, well, I'm sorry, forgetting whatever the yellow front motor, up to the Porsche, do you recall, I mean, you know, it's aggressive, they're, you know, the deep treaded, I mean, so do you remember, did you do anything? You did it for us the other day for trash.
Remember I told you when I went out, and he looked, I forgot, I pulled on the JCB, I pulled over this way, I forgot something, I run into the house, grabbed it.
Okay.
I think I probably forgot my tool that I opened everything up with, so.
Okay. You said you drove that over there, but you didn't say so, because I didn't ask you.
No, I pulled out, I said, ah, shit, let me get this, I ran in, grabbed it, went back out, and then went back around. I opened everything up.
Okay.
Would you consider me to have any kind of substance abuse, like alcohol she an alcoholic? Did she take too many
Covered
pills?
this.
I know we did cover
You
it.
did say, yeah, both pills and.
I'm thinking more and more it's the substance abuse all the time.
Right. Could you see her checking herself into a rehab facility? Is that something that?
I couldn't personally, but I don't,
Like-
I know my wife very
Yeah.
well, but I never thought she was this.
Okay.
So, I can't put that out on the ground, she could check herself in some place.
Have you ever heard her talk of anything, made any gestures?
There's rumors that she was in Chelsea years ago, back before she was still married to Tim at the time, that she was in Chelsea for bipolar, was having some issues.
Okay.
But I
Never any
you
reason
never
to
bring
say
up,
that.
you never bring up the thing bipolar like that.
Yeah, smart man.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Choose your battles, you know, and that's.
Right.
That's the same kind of question that you've been asking there, it's a really a question, but this is for our place, because we have briefings every day, and I brought it up. Social media and or, we have something called Crime Stoppers, which gets out to everybody. Do you have a problem if we go ahead and put it out there at this point, a missing person?
I
name?
don't personally, but I would like to talk to all the kids too.
Now, I'll tell you where I'm coming with this, so you can sell it to it this way as well, is, Betty Ford Clinic, you know, I think that's, I mean, they probably have them everywhere, but, you know, Ford, Hospital, I know there's one over that way towards Dearborn or something. Point with that all being is, let's say there is that, and there's somebody professional like him and I that's in the field, they see it, oh shit, this lady, or she been in a car accident, which, I'm not saying she's been in a car accident, but you know where I'm going. We get those people, and the next thing you know, they're in the hospital. So that's the only thing, so I.
Plus she's got ID number, she was in an accident somewhere, she's got her ID.
Potentially, yeah, for most part, yeah. But there's also the confidentiality, so let's say the other one, which what he's really saying is the two, Betty Ford, so that's a addict and or psychological. Those two right there aren't gonna tell anybody unless that Facebook or that press release goes out.
You don't have to tell anyone.
No, we're the police, we call and they're like, we can't tell you. Jesus, I gotta do a search warrant for every
It's
single.
fully covered under HIPAA.
And there's no computer we can get into DEC to even, now, I guess there is one exception to that. The insurance, but then, she, whatever wants to keep totally off grid, which at this point, she is.
Right.
Then
Well,
that's
she
usually
checks
the
herself
cash.
in, they don't, will they ask for an insurance card right away, or?
Yes, oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the difference is, again, if she wants to be totally off grid and.
Go under a different.
You should lie, yes, you lie.
So I could call the insurance and
Yeah.
they would tell me if anything's, but.
Right. Go back, or, who do you?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay.
I mean, I could call our agency and they'll tell me something's.
Yeah.
Credit card was written down here in the bottom, so we already went over that, because I think that's what you're talking about on the bottom here. That was just so credit card. Yeah, I already told you that, there's the two, but you already knew that too.
It's still going over my head, who could have picked her up? Came out with no names, I mean.
Kathy Levick. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody, that's crazy, this is a dude.
Well, that's a dude.
No, I said unless there's a dude. I don't know who the heck's gonna do it, police or talking to family.
There's heard so many rumors about how many people my wife's had out there doing relations.
Well, I asked you guys not to be stupid, just gonna ask that question, is Kathy a guy? Lesbian? No, you suspect, you're not, you think your wife would be lesbian or? Okay, no, I'm sorry. I don't wanna rule something out, because we're looking for guys, should I look for a girl?
We got 9 kids back.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm talking bisexual or something, I mean, I wanna cover it also, she, yeah.
Okay.
Now we passed that point, because before it was 2-3 days, she'll come back, now you're.
Yeah, no, what's the odds every day it goes by?
Longer goes, right.
So did anybody help you work on Sunday? Was anybody around? I know the kids were after checking in for Dee, but.
I think, after, on Sunday, what did I end up doing Sunday after I sprayed? Sunday.
we were spraying that.
Yeah, so
Pretty
we
sure
got
we're
one, here the Leroy, one broke, so I broke when I came back. I have to think in my head what the hell I did after that, such a blur.
Sure.
Seems like we were, I think some, seems like my son was in the corner. I guess we probably.
I'm starting to get down there with the things we're doing, with the exception of watching video, which I already know you guys pretty much have, or, you know, Zach and them, so, you know, which is, I'm gonna probably have one more people do that. Cell phones, obviously go through those, who is you, do we come across anything, you know,
She was huge on Facebook, and always.
yeah, we're gonna look at, you know, that's one of the things we gotta do, but I'm getting down there on things that I have, in a sense, to do yet, to protect my report a lot. I do wanna completely be able to focus.
I should fucking stay home, dude.
I don't think that's the answer either, to be honest with you, you can't just stay home every time,
No, especially if it's only 5.
Well, normally every goddamn Sunday I'm always here. I make breakfast for Angelina every freaking Sunday. This Sunday I decided to work. And why? Because it's springtime.
beat your ass on that anyhow, that's, I don't see that myself, but we do it every Sunday.
So it's the same on Saturday. Why didn't I just go with the game?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest guy with you, I'm more that worker, I always built in my career before going to, you know, girlfriends, kids, games and stuff, so. That way, just go and throw it back in the back of the night,
I do stress it as well.
if you do that, so you shut these people up, and then we can.
Go back to what I did on Sunday. I can't fucking tell myself looking back on the spray log.
Fair enough.
It's important. I'll look back or.
Right, well, I mean,
You
it's
can have my
just,
phone again. I'm sure it tells me where I went. But.
well, hopefully we haven't gotten a report back for that, so that would help out there too. Just trying to paint a picture,
Just
just.
so fucking crazy now. Yeah, I can't remember.
And, now tell me what to do. Tell me what do I need to do, what can I help, or what?
We need to figure out a list of names. Let's go through Facebook and see if there's a list of names that would be someone that she's in contact with that we don't know of. Who would pick her up? There's gotta be somebody to pick her up. There's gotta be.
So you still got to ask the daughter, really, you're gonna go, I don't know what we're in now.
Yeah, somebody's gonna pick her up. She's planning on being gone for a day or two, and now she's gone for, I mean, we gotta figure out who the hell picked her up first. No,
But trust me, and that's that part, you know, with a long search warrant.
Because there's not that big a window for her to get out of here. There's not. No, out here it's, I mean, I'm off at 6, I'm off at 7, 7:15.
Yeah.
But you still have everybody, anybody can come pick her up, so unfortunately our time frame's down, but unfortunately our video's not catching it.
Yeah.
Like my house, we would know the answer to this, you know, just because it's what I got.
My house is wired for security, but we ran out of money when we finished building it.
I didn't do weird, there's nothing in my house, but my driveway, which way when I hit the main road and all my buildings.
No, I said, we wanted to keep adding cameras, and we had a lot, but she's always focused on, she always wants to focus on the back, because that's where the anhydrous is. Oh, yeah. That's the bathroom. Our fuel tanks are out there, it's taking too much fuel, so that was our focus on stopping everything else.
And the activity on the credit card today there, I was like, hot damn, we're good, we're live,
Zach
I don't know.
called, so Zach called and said, well, I was all ecstatic, because I've been trying to call her text, and I sent a text, and I'm like, I went through, I'm like, oh, fuck, I went through, cool. Stephanie goes, no, voice is like, no, it's more, you know.
What, let's see, okay. Who's in your friends?
I mean, I got her phone, did you ever find out, is there any way we can get into
Oh,
it?
the other one,
I mean,
you should march, right?
yeah, middle March. I mean, I thought for sure my daughter would know the passcode, but she put 3 of them in, and I said, well, just quit, you're locked it.
say something people know. Hey, Detective, I'm sitting here with Glenn, the husband to the missing wife, Dee, that you did a phone on the other day. We have her old phone from back in March, another iPhone. So I mean, that's one thing. Is that going to be beneficial, or do you have enough? Well, you don't even have her new one now, because we don't have her new one. But will her old phone do you any good back in March?
But we don't have a password for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the question. So the question is he does not have her password to get. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. It's a 4 or 6 digit here. Four.
I tried it.
I'm sorry. He can apparently overhear you anyway, so I just put you on speaker now. And he said, no, they tried.
We tried all the passwords that she'd used on the iPad before. We tried the 36366868. I think she tried 2323, and then I told her just to quit so she didn't lock it up.
Oh, okay.
But it's usually a real simple, easy to remember password, but I'll be damned if I can remember what it is.
Yeah, I can't break into iPhones.
Alright. And then the iPad, Gary, I think, dropped it off Friday. That's what I get here. Do you, I asked you no day, but you just wondered, when do you think you'll be done with that one?
I haven't processed it yet, and so, I'm hoping, I got a meeting tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow.
And I mean, just a big thank you for kicking ass and getting his phone quick, because
Thanks for sending my phone right back.
he was extremely, he didn't want to give that phone up because it's my whole business and everything, so I just want to thank you for that and helping us out.
Yeah.
Alright, yep, whatever, when you get it, just holler and we'll send somebody else to pick it up. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Those are those questions. I guess we're gonna get sent. Also, the same thing, anything I can think of. Feel free, as you see, give a holler, call. I'm getting down there, other than when it get the chance to look at everything, electronically. Wasn't her call, you said Facebook,
I'd be friends with who she's been contacting on Facebook, who's been calling her back and forth. I mean, she lived on that. I got them in contact. I'm sure. I'll phone back, call them. Text. If I'm sending, you're gonna do anything, texting is great. But when you usually run a piece of equipment, you just can't text them. You better try.
Sure.
My last Facebook would have been a snowmobile trip probably 2 years ago that I posted. I'm not on any other than my job looking at stuff, but.
Alright. Try to get out of Angel. I have a routine well, because she drops Angelina off at school, and I was talking to Dale, he asked me, does she go anywhere? It's like, Angelina's gotta be at school at 8, Christian, 9 o'clock on Monday.
And there's a long time frame after that where she does, but that is a compliance for.
She does, I mean, if she goes, drops Angelina off at 8, she won't be back to the office till 9 or 10.
But it should be 30.
Well, yeah, 20, 20, if I take her back here by 8:50, but if she goes down to Panera, gets a coffee, I mean, has she been meeting somebody down there?
Right.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know who you'd even ask, or I don't know, maybe before it gets any longer, maybe we could get some video from Panera if they got it, to see,
So,
I mean, it's
Adrian
sold.
Dempsey.
Yeah, no, Adrian. So she goes Lenawee Christian, so she jumps on, or goes on 223, goes down by Walmart.
You go there?
yeah, he's too old.
Well, there's a Starbucks there too, I think, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a little further down, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
Which, frankly, at 8 o'clock in the morning, you probably could wait an hour in line for Starbucks and Panera.
I mean,
There's a long line
I
every day.
don't drink coffee either.
Yeah.
So I don't really eat coffee, so. But I mean, there's just, every morning when she goes, there's 2 hours of time that is unanswered for. But like I said, choose your battles, you don't ask why she's not back, so you just, might be,
Right.
if someone, I mean, I don't think she's having affairs.
So, going back real quick, your property on Tipton, was that north of 50? Right there across from the fire station? Or is it south of 50?
It's south of 50.
Is that like right before that like S curve?
Well, that's before the S-curve stands.
Oh,
Where they put tiling, we're tiling for partridges over there. Property I have on it is, how do you say, just as you're going through Tipton, you go down, there's that wet spot where the creek kind of crosses right there. As soon as you get through the wet spot, it's right there on the right. It chisel plowed wood real rough.
okay.
You did tile there, is what you're saying. You did
Down
tile
further,
Yeah.
and the neighbors really hired us to tile field, my mini excavator's sitting down here along the way.
Oh.
Gotcha. And then your other, I mean, I see Cedar Point property, we saw the tile there, there's a tile that's opened up,
Yeah,
the
6
whole
inches
tile.
down here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the tile that's opened up there, the main that goes all the way to the pond was plugged up this spring, so we were digging the trees, it filled 12-inch tile, yup,
root system.
they filled that tile, and someone in there, this dug it 10 years ago. Pulled that thing up, we were down there digging with a pole. And there's so much pressure, Ivan, the other guy now, we had it cut open, we was pulling it out, stuck our feet in there, and it finally broke loose, and so much pressure, it has pinned in the fucking hole, we couldn't get the roots out there, but that whole tile was full of roots, the whole thing, it was like a big giant anaconda falling out of there.
Ugh.
Yeah, that opened up.
Don't do that.
And then the property we got from Paragon, where the excavator said, the house, and the trees and stuff, they got barn taken out, you know. You were over there too, where'd you go? You went to all the properties in there?
No, I have not, they, Cedar Point, and here is all I did, now I know where, do you remember what?
We went-
Canine went over on Tipton Island, because when he came
Yeah.
back, they were.
And then we went over, is it like just off 50 on town line? It was just a little sliver of property by like that.
Did you have a old PC sold or something, or was it different, he's looking at the computer system, it's
They
like
went
one
by
property.
town line.
No, it would have been west of town line on 50. What is it? Wheat, probably winter wheat. I don't know. And
Well, the property we just got is bought from Rob Risky on 50 up there before. Oh, it's just interesting lake.
oh, that's it. That's it.
Right across,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep,
across
just
the
that
ditch, it's a lock here and.
Yeah.
Down a little further.
Yeah.
What's that argument about Rob's like, D, hey, you know, it's a property, so did you think you get dicked over financially, or what?
No, it's just, it's the Rob, back in 2008 when everything crashed.
Hmm.
Rob and, their companies were financially having some problems.
Hmm.
We helped Rob, we refinanced a lot of machinery and stuff, put it in our name. And Rob paid off. Well, we had some financial difficulties here a few years ago. And there's some pieces that Rob financed for me, you know, help me out.
Hmm.
And then there were some other pieces we were doing with John Deere, we ended up in a lawsuit with John Deere over the whole program where we changed the machinery every year. Big long story short, we had a big falling out with John Deere over it, and I got charged like $100,000 in down payments for Rob's I had to pay. And, I don't know where, me and Rob, we got squared up, he ended up giving me about $50,000 of that.
Yeah, just walked away from
We
it.
walked away, we both lost, we both.
Right.
Both agreed to disagree, and
Right.
walking out, well, Dee wasn't happy with, she thought Rob should have done more.
Gotcha.
They got into it. Well, if you get it on the phone, you'll see the text before they had. He never would tell me or anything about it, he just said it was bad.
Alright.
No, Rob's a good friend, well,
Hmm.
okay, it is what it is, it was business, we both lost on the deal.
Yeah.
He helped me with payroll for a while, I helped it. We're both still here.
Make anything of this, you want, so just so you know, yeah, we got the employees, because I have for that. Yep, got a list of that, I did ask for family as well, we have two things, we have family, you know, work, so we want to talk to all those people. We certainly need that, so you want to need that. And then you did give us consent search, and then, permission searches, his original report, driver's license picture of your wife.
She's seen that picture.
Well, that's what I mean, I've been almost 10 times, even if she don't have to worry about you, she's gonna worry about me, you know. You talk about getting arguments, or whatever, I want to start launching on her myself, I think, when she shows up. Because of what's going on here and everything is causing you, to be honest with you and your daughter, and hey, man, gotta be, so. But, do what we can. Foul play there somewhere, or what? You know, like I said, if someone else came and picked her up and did something wrong to her.
Someone picked her up. This was close enough for you to see that. And
But it didn't get leaked, so the friends are Stephanie, the friends are, Wolf's daughter, you know, those are your big ones right there, and those people don't know.
she's close enough for you to see that. I would say, Lisa, she's in Australia.
I don't know if I got Lisa yet, so who's Lisa?
Lisa Mulder used to be a really good friend. She's pretty sure she's in Australia. Kind of over my head, I mean, we're good friends, and we're that she would call.
Has she been in Australia?
He's never been there.
So if you see her on Facebook or whatever, she'd be a Facebook friend, Lisa, I wonder.
I don't know, because I gotta follow her, she likes stuff, black box, or
Is there anybody that's not here falling out with you?
eventually.
Like, I think I'm falling out there, I can fall out with you, yeah, we're about to.
We're about to.
Every case I work with this guy is a good thing. I guess they want somehow.
I can't think of who else she would try, I would say Dawn, but it would be Dawn, or Dawn in the phone, so.
And Don,
She's on, I don't talk to her, they used to be on the dairy figure board together, did everything together.
Epperly? Okay.
Her husband Sam used to work for him. We did everything together.
Somebody's like, if we start seeing some of these things on Facebook, at least I can put a little bit of understanding.
Is it normal for Dee to snore when she sleeps? Is that a pretty common thing? Was the snoring that you were hearing on Saturday night or Sunday morning before you went to bed, is that an average snore for her, consistent?
Yeah, well, consistently, I mean, she never snored before, like, it seemed like last 6 months or so, she's been snoring a lot.
What he's going with that is an overdose type thing.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's what it is.
It wasn't, how do you explain it, the snoring, it's like a, yeah, it was almost like a nasal talking. It wasn't, like you or I, your tongue or whatever flopping in here, hers was more like a nasal. Flutter up, consuming, it wasn't, every time she breathed in, it would be, I can't breathe.
Was she snoring whenever you got up on Sunday morning?
Yeah, you know, that's how I could always tell she's sleeping, that she'd be snoring, but it didn't make sense, because then she'd get up and she would sleep. Proof you were snoring, you kept me up.
Every part of the girl before, I'm snoring. We're gonna have this argument.
Yeah, I talked about doing that, I choose my path, and then I took a couple pictures of her sleeping once in a while. But I keep going back to what the COVID did to her, and I don't. It changed her. That's good. And she's always tired. She's on her, she's really exhausted.
So, bitch, back ground zero loss.
Yes, we are.
We probably lost pieces we got.
Yep, absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll get something out
Like I
of
said,
it.
it's, you know that with the phones and communications, that's what our, I need those results back, and I'm sitting there at the desk and start looking at them. Yeah, like it's hollering like I did to you, I told you, basically the license plate and the self, do the JFU. And we'll bounce the stuff off of you and see if we can't get somewhere with it.
Looking to see, figure out the deal, figure out whose vehicle that was, if they were.
Or whatever. No, I haven't even seen any of the video yet.
No, that's not one thing.
And obviously, we'll, Friday earlier, or whatever, than, or Saturday, earlier, is sort of what we do Sunday, to start with.
everybody knows the standard time, so we'll try to. So it's definitely it's Friday at, whatever, roughly 8:30, like you said, you're getting all the game with your daughter. To Sunday, same thing, 2 p.m. or something, you know, I mean, that's the main one I want to look at. So.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll be in touch. Good reading that? Nope. Are they really? Is that easier on you?
Not really. I can get this sun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
Gotta do something else.
Gotta slow things down, so we got time for winter. Not so fast, getting things started out. Your shit can start growing now with the rain on it or whatever, at least if you got stuff, and but what you didn't get in. I don't know, we gotta start growing weeds.
No.
It's spring, so fertilizer.
Last thing, I had the keys, so what the hell?
I don't know, if,
You think those are hers then?
I think hindsight, I think Dee put them out there so the kids could get in the house.
The kids know it's the hiding spot.
Had to ask for help.
And wasn't there, I mean, your son is the one that pulled them out.
Well, my son's seen it, what the hell, my keys here?
Is
Well,
there-
they got a key.
But did he say that, or was there something on top, or
No,
was
it
it
was
there?
nobody's just seen them and seen it.
Okay.
But I'll ask her Cal too, if she put them there, if I put them there, because I don't remember keys being outside.
Alright, thank you.
Do you recall that interview?
I do.
And do you remember Detective Greca asking the defendant to take off his shirt?
Yes.
And did you hear his explanation for asking him to do that?
Yes.
How long did you work for the Lenawee County Sheriff's Department?
At that point,
Correct.
I'd say like a year or so, year and a
Alright.
half.
All right. And had you worked on any of the domestic cases that he brought up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. At this point, what's your understanding on the last time that anybody saw Dee Warner?
Would have been the 25th around midnight.
Okay. And that would have been the defendant who saw her last, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now we're getting into May 3rd, right? So April 24th, 25th to May 3rd. Did you expect to see anything on the defendant's body at that point?
Only if it was something substantial, minor scrapes or bruising, not so much, but any substantial bruising or cuts.
Okay. At what point in time, well, strike that. Did you do anything else involving this investigation?
After that point on the 3rd,
Correct.
I did some employee interviews, but beyond that, no.
All right. Were you taken off this case at some point?
I was.
And do you recall approximately when that was?
It would have been shortly after the 3rd, probably like the 5th or 6th of May.
Okay. The employees that you interviewed, were those employees that were present on April 25th, 2021, or just employees that worked for them in general?
Just employees that work for them in general, not the ones that were allegedly there.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I have nothing further.
Good morning, Mr. Hall. How are you?
Good, ma'am. How are you?
Good, thank you. So you were involved on the case essentially from April 25th, 2021 to roughly, would you say end of May 2021?
No, it would have been probably like the 4th or 5th of May.
Okay,
So first week of May. Yeah,
so
shortly
soon
after that. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
So when you approached Mr. Warner on April 25th, 2021, he voluntarily spoke to you, correct?
He did, yes.
And he didn't have to do that, you'd agree?
Agreed.
Every citizen has the right to not speak to the police,
Of course.
but Mr. Warner didn't exercise that right, correct?
Yep.
He chatted with you.
He did, yes.
And then we saw some other videos, April 26, 2021. Mr. Warner had the same right not to speak to the police, correct?
Correct.
But he voluntarily did so.
He did.
We saw videos from April 27, 2021. Same question. He had the right not to speak to the police.
Of course.
He chose to do so.
He did.
Same on April 29, 2021. He could
Yes.
have declined to speak to the police,
Correct, yes.
but he chose to do so.
Correct.
And on May 3rd, 2021, same thing. He invited you into his home, spoke to you and Detective Greca, correct?
Correct.
Could have chosen not to speak to you, right?
Absolutely.
Now, when you interviewed Mr. Warner, was he aware that it was being recorded with a body camera?
I'm assuming it was on my chest and it was vibrating off and on, as you heard, so I would assume.
Okay. And so he didn't ask you to turn it off, don't record me, anything like that, correct?
No.
And when you indicated that you thought, boy, only you would find a substantial bruise from April 25th to May 3rd, 2021, Detective Greca still asked him to take his shirt off, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't see any scratches, marks, anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Nothing that looked like it was healing, right?
No, ma'am.
No scabs, anything along those lines?
Not that I could recall, no.
When you initially spoke to Mr. Warner on April 25th, 2021, you indicated that Ms. Warner's, you had looked for a phone ping, correct?
Correct, yes.
And the last phone ping was 7:30 a.m., correct?
Yes.
Also, I want to just clarify because the jury may not know the family dynamics the way that we do.
Sure.
Bill Warner is Mr. Warner's brother.
William Warner? Yes.
William Warner.
Yes.
And so we heard reference to Bill or Mr. Warner's brother, and he is in a long-standing relationship with Amy Alexander, correct?
It's my understanding, yes.
And Amy Alexander is the woman who picked up Angelina on April 24th, 2021.
Correct.
And then she lives with Bill Warner.
Correct.
One last topic. We heard about talking about blood, and Detective Greca was talking about like a wood chop rubbing its belly on the ground and things like that. The blood that he was referencing was blood that was found in Greg Hardy's barn, correct?
To my knowledge, yes. I was not present for any of that, but
But you were present when the conversation was
yes.
going
Yep.
on. And Greg Hardy is Dee Warner's older brother, correct?
Correct.
And that property is adjacent to the Warner farm, correct?
I believe so. I don't know. I've never been there.
Well, are you aware that it butts up against it? So you go
Yes,
from one
I
property
know
right
that
to the
it's
other?
down the road at some point, but beyond that, I couldn't tell you the detail.
Great. I have no additional questions. Thank you, sir.
You were asked if the defendant agreed to speak and cooperated with the investigation on April 25th, 2021, is that correct?
Correct.
And 26th, 2021, correct?
Yes.
And the 27th, correct?
Yes.
All right, on the 27th, you observed all those body cameras, correct?
I did, yes.
And did Mr. Warner, in fact, kick officers off of his property at some point in time?
He did, yes.
Okay, and at what point in time was that?
Right on the daytime part of that video of the 27th, he revoked, said he had things he had to do right as the drones were about to go up and the dogs were going to start walking around.
Okay, thank you. And the last phone ping on the, that you indicated was at 7 a.m. Do you know where the location of the last phone ping was?
To my recollection, it was the nearest cell phone tower to the Warner farm there on Munger. So just down the road was the nearest tower.
Okay. And again, the blood at Greg Hardy's farm, did you have knowledge about that being animal blood?
Just that it was told to me afterwards, yes.
That it was animal blood?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing further.
Mr. Hall, you were there on April 27th, 2021?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you were not?
No.
Okay, so, but you did review the, all the body camera footage, correct?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Do you recall Detective Greca indicating that he told Mr. Warner a shorter period of time that the police would be there than he actually planned on having the police be there?
I couldn't recall that exact detail, no, but it's all within the realm, yeah.
Sure, so that doesn't sound unusual to you, that Detective Greca wanted Mr. Warner to stay with the police and wanted him to consent to a search, so he told him a shorter period of time. Does that sound surprising to you?
No, that's not surprising.
And then Mr. Warner actually indicated that he had to go farm. He couldn't stay with the police any longer, correct?
Correct.
And he invited you back because it looked like it might rain. So he said if it rained, come on back, correct?
He invited us back the next day, correct?
But he also said if it rained, feel free to come on back, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And when you indicated the drones were about to go up, the dogs were already there on the property, correct?
Correct.
And Mr. Warner didn't revoke consent at any point in time when the dogs were there, right?
It has been shortly after, but yes,
Sure, because he indicated he needed to go and farm, right?
correct.
I have no additional questions, thank you.
And the defendant told Detective Greca you can search anywhere but here, correct?
Correct.
With the dogs and the drones, correct?
Correct.
Okay, nothing further.
Anything else, Ms. Sharkey?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You can step down.
May we take a brief comfort break, please?
Yes. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we will take a break of about 5-10 minutes and come back and continue.